Okay, we're back. So that was a pretty amazing demo. Yeah, we'll wait. Did we give the sound guy a couple minutes? Good coffee, good snackage, good demo. I want to mention too, there are going to be tech tracks for people interested in more detail, more granular information about the technology that are going to go on this afternoon. So you ready? Okay, we're good. So moving along, we have another demo. Jani Hirvimies, my best Finnish accent, who's the CTO of Quantum Gate. He's going to share with us a live demo. So please join me in welcoming Jani.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. My name is Janne Hirvimies, and I'm the CTO of the Quantum Gate. If I briefly introduce the Quantum Gate, we are part of the Advanced Technology Research Council ecosystem here in Abu Dhabi. Most of you might have heard the name Technology Innovation Institute, and as Malek was introducing us there in the lobby earlier, so we are the kind of the sister venture for the TII, kind of the commercialization arm of the Technology Innovation Institute. Today we have I don't actually have a demo. I have more a presentation because like ID Quantic, they have a kind of physical devices. Our solution is more mathematical and software based, so it's maybe a little bit harder to live demo in a similar fashion. But the topic is still as exciting and interesting and present as we heard today. Okay, if we set the context, securing the maritime communication is not necessarily a new topic. And most likely most of us have heard what this device is and what this was used for. Just a small curiosity, there is just outskirts of the Korfakan, there is U533 lying at the 100 meter, and most probably there is still one Enigma in it. So if someone, I don't know if someone had capabilities to get into, yes, exactly. But yes, as said, we've used, and there's been need for ages to securing our maritime communication. And as always, in the history of the humankind, there's an innovation, we come up with something and then it will last. It never lasts forever. And now, as Simon was mentioning, the current public key infrastructure is coming to its end when we have the cryptographically relevant quantum computers available. Now, it's been very, very useful and handy tool, not only securing the maritime communication, but it's also, in our daily life, whenever you guys go into interwebs or open the online bank or do the purchase from Amazon, we all are using these methods. Okay, I'm not the maritime, I'm not the expert in this, but I did some studies and as you know better than me, there is lots of signals you need to protect in order to, orchestrate the safe operations and also ensure that that things go in the right place, right time, etc., etc. So there's lots of communications actually when the quantum devices are available that we need to start rethinking and reconsidering, and most of the times we need to also redo this. this is one of the examples, like real life examples, that what happens when things don't go as they should. And actually, I also saw yesterday that the Qatar was closing their sea space, so to say. So there was a little confusion with the global positioning system. I don't know if it was unintentional or something was really off, but basically, especially around the Gulf area, the sea routes are so busy that if these things don't work and they don't work in a reliable fashion, we all know that it's going to end up into chaos. So the need is definitely there. Now, quantum computing. This is basically maybe my core expertise and my favorite topic, what I typically present. We all know that there's been tons of advancements during the past 6 to 9 months, and the race is accelerating. And we all are eagerly waiting that these devices are available, and we can use them to operate, run, and optimize different kind of real-life problems that we couldn't do before. But at the same time, as mentioned before here, Dr. Jasser opening and also his excellent presentation, these devices are going to pose a threat as well. Threat for the way how we are communicating today. When we have the devices available is an excellent question. Currently, I would say that the world clock is pointing somewhere in 2030, 2029. Most of the government and the major organizations are giving the indication to us that by this time we need to be ready. And we also know that these things won't, that if we start upgrading our systems, they don't happen overnight. They typically take time, and these are complex systems. So we need to start preparing ourselves. One interesting nuance in this race is that I started within the Quantum Gate a little bit over a year ago. And a year ago, the clock was pointing to 2035. So within 1 year, we've been pulling in the timeline by 5 years. I hope this doesn't continue as this, but technological innovations are typically accelerating themselves. Okay, we have lots of signals, lots of communication that we need to start rethinking. We have, of course, the links between the port, between the vessels. Typically, these operate over the satellites. We have GNS, we have AES, lifelines for the maritime communication. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that what Simon was presenting, it's definitely a good start, but doesn't necessarily resolve the whole complexity of this equation. Quantum Gate solution is more software-based. It's basically we have protocols. We have the research from Abu Dhabi Technology Innovation Institute that the team has been conducting regarding the new post-quantum algorithms past 5-6 years under the leadership of the Dr. Najm Araj. Also, the TII was participating to NIST competition, so submitting the proposals. So basically, we are competing against the world best cryptographers in this space. Our advantage is that our solutions are more software-based, so total cost of ownership might be less and also easier to deploy. But of course, The question is that can mathematics beat the physics, but we believe it's the right way to go. We've also built the so-called agility layer into our solutions. So basically, I don't believe that whatever new algorithms we currently have will last forever either. So there will be a need again the day that we need to upgrade and update our systems. So we built these capabilities into our solutions. And of course, one way of deploy the software is to put it into box and have it available through the hardware deployment. And I'm also here happy to address any questions, or you can contact us through the website and the email. Thank you.